Hey folks, welcome to the podcast. Today is going to be a solo effort. For those who don't know, I'm based in Sydney, Australia. If anyone's around for a beer, coffee, or sea swim, feel free to reach out. I want to jump on here and talk about a CRM. For those of you who don't know, that usually means customer relationship management. That's completely fine if you haven't heard about it before. The systems and strategies company use to manage interactions with customers and prospects. At a glance, a CRM helps you store customer information, contacts, companies, history, track leads and sales pipelines, log emails, calls, meetings, see reports and forecasts, improve customer relationships, support follow-ups, retention. Common CRM tools you might have heard of: Salesforce, super powerful, very customizable. HubSpot CRM, popular, friendly UI, good, free tier. UI is user interface, for those of you that have never come across that term before. We have Zoho CRM, cost effective, feature rich. I've been seeing a lot of out-of-home advertisements for that company in the CBD. That is the Central Business District. Microsoft Dynamics 365, strong if you live in the Microsoft ecosystem. Pipedrive, sales pipeline focused and simple. CRM can also mean different things depending on context: business, tech, healthcare, even education. And I think I'll just get into Zoho CRM quickly. I feel as though I'm going over this topic pretty quickly. I may just go to the basic level just one more time, or maybe a bit of an example. For those of you who don't know, which you wouldn't, I'm in a building called the QVC, and that is the Queen Victoria building, and there are a load of retail stores. And each one of these shops may have a tool that they use to manage that customer relationship. And what I mean by that is someone goes into their store, buys or looks around, then buys or purchase a product through their POS, whether that be point of sale, which we may talk about, for example, Stripe, the card, beep, or cash. And sometimes they may ask for your email. If you like to sign up for the newsletter, they may take your email, or maybe for the receipt, and then off you go with your new gift, and you end up heading home. And from that point, the company or the business can then go about sending follow-ups or tracking information about the customer and that relationship. I find it fascinating, and these tools enable you to do that. It also goes with e-commerce companies online, for example, Shopify stores. You purchase something, you put your name, email, and also there's consent involved. You tick a button, data, give permission to use my data for newsletters or for other things, discount codes. And then that company will go about sending information, or for lack of a better term, one sec. Hopefully we're okay. Be in charge of that interaction for the next coming days, week by week, or even months, sometimes years. So it's super interesting, and I just wanted to talk about it today. Before we get into Zoho CRM, how many, I looked this up the other day, by the way, this is a bit off topic. How many businesses on earth? Excuse me. There are an estimated 350 to 360 million businesses worldwide, with the majority being small and micro enterprises. though exact figures vary by source and year, with some data suggesting over 300 million in recent years. India and Indonesia have most micro and small enterprises, MSEs. This is the AI overview on Google, but nearly 90% of all global companies are small businesses, significantly contributing to jobs and GDP. Key figures and insights: total number around 359 million companies globally as of recent estimates. Small and micro businesses dominate. About 90% of all businesses worldwide are considered small, with 196 million being micro enterprises alone. Geographic distribution: India, Indonesia, Nigeria, the US, and Brazil have the highest numbers of MSEs. Economic impact: small businesses generate 70% of global jobs and GDP. New businesses: approximately 100 million new businesses start each year, though many fail. Data variations: figures differ due to definitions, formal versus informal, data collection methods, e.g. tax records, World Bank data, and the inclusion of micro enterprises, which is, I think this is fascinating. We'll get into maybe why businesses fail another day. But out of that 350 to 360 million, or 359, how many businesses on earth have a CRM? While there is no exact real-time count of every business on earth with a customer relationship management CRM system, data indicates extremely high adoption rates, particularly among mid-market and enterprise companies. Key statistics on CRM adoption include overall adoption: approximately 73% of businesses used CRM software in 2024. I don't know how accurate this is. I'm just going to go about the AI overview on Google. Companies with 11 plus employees: roughly 91% of companies with 11 or more employees use a CRM system. Please don't quote me on this. This just me looking up. Small businesses: about 50% to 71% of small businesses, defined as variously as under 10 or 500 employees, use a CRM. Growth trend: 65% of companies implement a CRM within the first 5 years of operation. Cloud adoption: 87% of businesses use cloud-based CRM solutions. Industry and usage trend: tech industry leads in adoption, with 94% of tech companies using a CRM. Primary uses: 82% of organizations use a CRM for sales, reporting, and process automation. Key drivers: 65% of businesses now use AI-driven CRM features, and 70% use mobile CRM. Top vendors: Salesforce is the market leader with over 150,000 customers. Market value: the CRM market is one of the fastest growing software industries, with the global market value projected to grow roughly $66.5 billion, presuming USD, United States dollar, to over $100 billion in the coming years. I think that's, I don't know, that's on the AI overview on Google, so Salesforce, the number one AI CRM. I may talk about that another day in detail, the company. However, let's get into what I'm seeing in... We could get into Zoho CRM, which is the out-of-home advertisements. Zoho CRM, a cloud-based relationship management CRM platform used to track and manage customer interaction sales pipelines. Maybe we won't get into that in detail just yet. Zoho CRM is a leading cloud-based platform designed to help businesses manage sales. One sec. Maybe we'll do a quick overview of CRM before we get into the details. In simple terms, we already talked about this. CRM stands for Customer Relationship Management. It is a technology used to manage all your company's relationships and interactions with customers and potential customers. Think of it as a, quote, digital brain, end quote, for your business. It remembers every conversation, purchase, and preference, so your team doesn't have to. Why use a CRM? Before CRMs, businesses relied on scattered spreadsheets, sticky notes, and individual memory. A CRM centralizes this data so that sales, marketing, and support teams are all looking at the same information. Number one, centralized data. Every detail about a customer, from their phone number to the last email they opened, is stored in one searchable profile. Number two, pipeline management. It tracks where every potential deal stands. Are they just, quote, browsing, end quote, or are they, quote, ready to buy? end quote, question mark. This helps sales teams focus their energy where it matters most. Number 3, automation. A CRM can handle the quote boring stuff, end quote, automatically, like sending a quote thank you, end quote, email after a purchase, reminding a sales rep to call a lead who hasn't been contacted in 3 days, assigning new leads to the right team member. Number 4, better analytics. It answers big questions. It answers big picture questions. Which marketing campaign made us the most money? Why are customers leaving? What will our sales look like next month? How it works, the life cycle stage, what a CRM does. Reach records how a person found your website, ad, social media, etc. Acquisition captures their contact information when they download a brochure or sign up. Conversation tracks the negotiation and the final quote yes, end quote, to a sale. Retention manages support tickets and loyalty programs to keep them happy. Common CRM examples. If you're looking for software to get started, these are the current industry leaders. We already mentioned this. Salesforce, the quote gold standard, end quote, for large enterprises with complex needs. This isn't a sponsored episode, by the way. HubSpot, famous for its user-friendly interface and powerful free tier. Zoho CRM, we have talked about this, great for customization and value, as we discussed. Pipedrive, briefly discussed. Pipedrive, designed specifically for small teams. Actually, not at all. I just saw the advertisement. Pipedrive, designed specifically for small teams focused strictly on the sales pipeline. The bottom line, a CRM isn't just an address book. It's a tool to ensure no customer falls through the cracks, helping you grow your business faster by being more organized. And over on Perplexity, Salesforce Inc. pops up, and it just shows what's going on in the markets right now. Deeper dive on Perplexity Finance. CRM usually refers to customer relationship management. We already got into this core idea. CRM is both a strategy for managing all interactions with customers and prospects, and software that centralizes customer data, contacts, deals, activities, email, support, etc. So sales, marketing, and service teams can work from one place. What a CRM system does, 15 minutes. We're 12 and a half minutes. I hope we get this in by 15. What a CRM system does. Typical capabilities: stores, contact, and company records with full interaction history, manages sales, pipeline, deals, forecasts, and tasks, automates follow-ups, workflows, notifications, supports marketing, email campaigns, segmentation, and customer service, tickets, support history. Why businesses use CRM: main benefits: higher revenue via better lead management and conversion, better customer experience and retention through more personalized, timely interaction. These are all the online ways of using the CRM. There's probably some with retail. Improved visibility and reporting across the whole funnel, but maybe let's talk about what it says here. If you tell me in what context, startup size, B2B, B2C, sales cycle. Just real quickly, I think we have a few minutes left. When to implement a CRM in your business? Great question. Timing matters a lot with CRM. Implement too early, it feels like busy work. Too late, and you're firefighting chaos. Here's a clean way to know when it's the right time to implement a CRM. This on ChatGPT. Clear signs you need a CRM now. Number 1, customer data is scattered everywhere. If you're using spreadsheets, WhatsApp / email inboxes, sticky notes / notebooks, one person's memory, it's CRM time. One source of truth saves you fast. Number 2, you're losing leads and forgetting follow-ups. If you've ever said, quote, did anyone call this lead back, end quote, quote, I think I emailed them, end quote, quote, they went quietly, no idea why, end quote. A CRM fixes this with reminders, pipelines, and activity tracking. Number 3, sales are growing beyond 1 or 2 people. The moment you have multiple sales reps, handoff between sales, support, ops, you need visibility. CRM equals accountability and consistency. 4, you can't see the sales pipeline clearly. You don't know how many deals are open, what stage they're in, expected revenue this month. The CRM gives you instant pipeline clarity and forecasting. Number 5, customer experience is being inconsistent. Different customers getting different prices, different info, different follow-ups. The CRM helps standardize how you treat customers without sounding robotic. Best stages to implement CRM. Ideal timing, you have repeat customers or steady leads. Sales process is somewhat defined. Team is open to using tools. This is the sweet spot. Too early, no real customers yet, no defined sales process. Still validating your business idea. A simple spreadsheet is enough here. Too late, hundreds/thousands of contacts with no structure. Missed deals and angry customers. Scaling feels painful in CRM. Will still help, but cleanup will hurt. Rule of thumb, if you answer quote yes, end quote, to any two of these, implement a CRM. Are we tracking leads manually? Do we forget follow-ups? Is sales info not visible to everyone? Are we planning to scale in the next 6 to 12 months? And that's 15 minutes. Bonus, CRM doesn't have to be heavy. Tools like Zoho CRM or HubSpot can be very simple. Context deals, reminders, you can layer automation on them. One thing about CRM is keep this under 15. I think we have 20 seconds left. If I had to pick one thing about CRM, a CRM makes sure no customer is forgotten. That's the core of it. Everything else, reports, automation, dashboards come after that. At its heart, a CRM remembers every interaction, tracks every follow-up, keeps relationships from slipping through the cracks. Without a CRM, growth relies on memory. With a CRM, growth relies on systems. Simple but powerful. Thanks for listening, folks.